Hi everyone, and welcome to my first official vlog. Guys, I'm going on summer abroad for the month of August, and I'm really excited to share this experience with you because speaking from the future, it's been absolutely amazing. So yeah, let's get into it. So essentially, a couple of people from my class took an earlier flight, so we waited like 5 hours at the airport before we headed to the campus. We just got some coffee and some food, trying to get over that over that jet lag. Essentially, we're making our way over to our, they call it a coach here, but it's literally just a bus that has storage for luggage. We almost got hit by a bus on the way there because we weren't looking. Yeah, our bus driver was really charismatic and he kept making fun of people for how heavy their luggage was. It was really funny to see the dry British humor, but I don't know, I personally really enjoyed it. So here we're just driving over from the airport to campus. It was quite a drive. And to be honest, I'm from Ontario, or at least I live in Ontario full time. And I couldn't tell the difference. It looked very similar. Okay, so this is the point where we arrived as a group. We were just lining up to get our room assignments. We didn't know anything about them until we arrived. Also, beautiful, beautiful campus. Essentially, they just gave us our keys and some information, and we were let loose. Someone helped us find our rooms. This was mine. I will say there was a bit of a culture shock because it is a little bit different from Toronto or Ontario, generally speaking, but this was my first-ish look at the room. It was really big, guys. It was really, really, really big. And then we kind of went out for a walk. We went to Tesco and we did like this orientation thing where we got to see the campus. Yeah, it was really fun. Beautiful views, by the way. Okay, so this is a bit of a tour of my room. This is essentially where I decided to keep my bags. I bought a smaller one just for like little trips when I don't need the massive bag. These are the keys they give us, by the way, to access the building and to access our rooms and to even enter the front gates. This is what I did with my closet. I put all my shoes on the top of it, and a couple of these items are actually from the Tesco run. I didn't want to put my clothes directly on the wood because I was kind of sussed out. So I got these two baskets from Tesco, and I also got some like covers to put on the bottom of the shelves so that my clothes had something clean they were hanging on. And I also just hung up all my stuff. They had a bunch of hangers available, which was nice. This is my bathroom setup. These are where I put all my toiletries. Some of them I think I kept apart a bit. And this is essentially what the rest of the bathroom is. There was a bit of mold there and I was so scared, but we're not going to talk about that. Try not to think about it. Yeah. So this is the desk area and the bed area as well. They gave us this phone. Do I know how it works? Have I touched it? No, but I mean, it's there. I guess maybe if there's an emergency. I set up all my tech on one of the bedside tables where it's easily accessible. They gave us like bed sheets and like blankets and everything, but I brought my own pillowcase because I guess for my hair and my skin. I also brought 2 books, a devotional and a Bible. And essentially this is the window. I closed it because it's very close to ground level and it was dark. So yeah. And this is my snacks section. Looks so dismal here, but I got more snacks. Maybe I'll put like an updated picture of what I ended up getting after going to Tesco. Yeah, those Ferrero Rochers and the gummies my parents gave me before I left, and I used almost all the wet ones to wipe down the room when I first arrived. Yeah, the fridge, the garbage, that's pretty self-explanatory. And this is kind of my desk setup. Yes, I am buying water because I don't trust the water here. And I have like a Brita filter in my water bottle as well, so extra protection. I don't know if you guys can tell from my voice, but I got a tad sick. So I'm not being overly cautious, I don't think. Also, the floors were kind of dirty, so I ended up buying a pair of slippers. Even though I literally wandered around in socks until I was able to get those slippers. So yeah, Okay, this is gonna become a trend in the vlogs. As you will see, I go to Tesco a lot. So I'm just gonna do a little bit of a haul of what I ended up getting. So on the 8th, our class went on a disability walk where we got to learn about the experiences of individuals with disabilities in a historic place like Oxford. Our guide was really helpful and knowledgeable in sharing information and the progress that's being made to make the institution more accessible to all individuals. We ended off the day with a scavenger hunt where we got to explore the Worcester College campus a bit, and we got to see this amazing, stunning chapel. So the 10th was a field trip day for us. We had to head out to South London at like 7:45 in the morning, so wee hours. And our first stop was Bethlem Museum of the Mind. It is very historic and it is still a working hospital, so it was really interesting to see how treatment has changed over the years. So our next stop after Bethlem was the Museum of Military Medicine, which was quite a bit of a ways away from the first museum. We got to learn more about the history of healthcare with the military. We had 2 stations. In the first one, we learned about amputation and prosthetic limbs. In the second, we learned about treatment in individual wars. Okay, so Fridays to Sundays, we're essentially free to do as we please, but our class is really intensive, so I decided to head to a cafe to get some studying done with a friend of mine. Okay, so we're finally heading to the cafe to get some studying done. We actually went to this cafe called W Cafe. It's in the Waterstones bookstore. And it was a bit loud, but personally, I don't know, I really enjoyed the noise. I feel like it contributed to my focus. And I was able to deep focus for like an hour or so. There was this lady that was sitting next to me in the beginning, and she was completely lost as to why I was filming. She started asking me questions about if there was anything special about the view or what the video was. But yeah, that was that was an interesting experience. After a long, hard, and tiring day of study, we got to go see Shakespeare. We watched A Midsummer Night's Dream at Oxford Prison and Castle. It was performed outside, and when I tell you guys, this was such a surreal experience. The actors were amazing, they were so engaged. We had ice cream. Honestly, we just had a blast, and this was a great way to kind of wrap up the day. I'll let you guys see some of the experience that we had. It was amazing.